Hello, family, friends, and fellow movie lovers. Jeffrey Michael here, and welcome to a holy edition of Jeffrey Michael's Movie Reviews Extravaganza. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yep, as I'm recording this, it's September the 19th, my birthday. Yay! I even got a brand new haircut to celebrate. Not bad, huh? And later tonight, I'm going to hop on a plane and go visit my old college buddy in LA for a whole week. Oh, I'm so excited. But before I did leave, I wanted to record one last movie review video for you all this morning. It's basically my birthday gift to all of you. I'm always thinking of other people before myself, even on my birthday. Aren't I great? So here we go. In this video, I'll be reviewing the movies that were released on September the 7th, 2018. The first film that I'll review for you on my birthday is The Nun, rated R. It stars Thaisa Farmiga, Damien Bashir, Jonas Blique, and was directed by Karen Hardy, who already brought you the horror film The Hollow. Now, The Nun is the fifth film in the Conjuring Universe franchise. For those of you who don't know what The Conjuring is, it all started back in 2013 with the movie The Conjuring. It starred Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as real-life couple Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were paranormal investigators, and the two of them together would travel all over the world to investigate supernatural hauntings. What a girly way to start a marriage. And so in the first film, they investigated a haunting at a farmhouse in America, and then led to the spin-off Annabelle, which is all about a possessed, demon-possessed doll. That's creepy. And then came The Conjuring 2, when Ed and Lorraine went to investigate a poltergeist in England. And then came Annabelle Creation, which was a prequel to Annabelle, how the doll came to be in the first place. And then finally, now we have The Nun, which is inspired by The Conjuring 2, where Lorraine was haunted by a demon-possessed nun called Valak. So The Nun is a prequel of sorts to the Conjuring films. It takes place in an abbey in Romania in the year 1952. As the movie starts off, two nuns are investigating a tunnel underneath their abbey, trying to retrieve an ancient Catholic relic. But then they're attacked by an unseen force, and the surviving nun manages to escape, but she ends up hanging herself outside her abbey. And, the Vatican gets word of what happened at this abbey, and so they call on Father Burke, played by Damien Bashir, and they want him to go off to investigate what happened there. And so he takes along a novitiate, that means nun in training, named Sister Irene, played by Thaisa Farmiga. No sooner do they arrive in Romania when they encounter a local farmer there, a French-Canadian, played by Jonas Blique, and they just dub him Frenchie because he's French-Canadian. Don't even bother getting his name, guys. And so they travel on his horse cart, up the long, winding path up the mountain to where the abbey is located, because that's the only way you can get there, by horse cart. And it's no sooner there that they find that this nun who had deceased, was Jonas who found the body, had an old key on her when she died, and they have no idea what it is. And as they stay at this abbey and meet the nuns there, the creepy nuns that are left, and we find out, who exactly it is, and it's all about how this demon named Valak is posing as a nun and wants something, and they got to figure out how are we going to stop this, unseen force once and for all, this demonic presence. Overall, The Nun was okay at best. I mean, when you've seen so many horror films over the years, as I have, for a horror film to be good anymore, it kind of has to feel fresh and original, like It Follows or this year's Hereditary. That was a good one. But I feel this film was too conventional. I mean, it has some pluses. I had great acting from its two leads, especially Thaisa Farmiga as Sister Irene. And it had great cinematography, had a couple good creepy moments from that demon nun. But I feel like the narrative was too weak. I mean, it's like too straightforward. Like, here's a demon nun, and it's, jumping out at us every moment, and we're making too many stupid decisions, like going down dark hallways alone, and Also, I feel like they're too reliant on jump scares. We all know the jump scare, right? Where it gets really eerily silent, and then boom, it jumps out at you with a huge music cue. I feel like that's the easy route when it comes to horror films, and when you rely on that too much. Um, so basically, overall, I think I would give this film a C plus. I mean, it was good to an extent, and like I said, the acting was good and had a couple of good scary moments, but it was just like I said, too conventional, too reliant on jump scares. Just I don't know if it's worth your time. I wouldn't recommend this one. I mean, it's kind of sad because I actually enjoyed The Conjuring and Conjuring 2 and somewhat Annabelle and Annabelle Creation, but this one, I don't know if I recommend it. I think I would suggest you all just wait for Conjuring 3 to come out, which is coming out in 2020. So yeah, if you want a good horror film to see, this is not it. So moving on then. All right, the last film that I'll review for you on my birthday is Peppermint, rated R. It stars Jennifer Garner and was directed by Pierre Morel, who already brought you such films like District 13, From Paris with Love, and Taken with Liam Neeson. That was a good one. So, Peppermint is about a woman named Riley North, played by Jennifer Garner. She's got a husband, Chris, and they both struggle to make ends meet living in LA. She works as a banker, and he has a mechanic shop that's failing. And they struggle so hard to raise their 10-year-old daughter, Carly, and to be able to afford a larger house for all of them to live in. And meanwhile, we find out that Chris's friend has an in with a local drug cartel. He says, "Hey, I can help you get in, and we can rob the leader of this cartel, Diego Garcia." And he considers it because they really need money. The last minute, he's like, "No, no, no, it's too dangerous." But it turns out that friend ends up getting captured by the cartels, and he ends up talking. And so Diego Garcia finds out about this man who wanted to rob him. Uh-oh. And so it's Carly's birthday, and the family goes out to celebrate. They go get pizza, and they go to a carnival, have a lot of fun. And just they're getting ice cream, and the daughter gets her favorite flavor, peppermint. And as the father and daughter are walking off, out of the carnival, she goes back to get napkins. And it's that moment that our car drives by. It's a drive-by shooting. These guys are driving by. They got their big guns, and no! And Riley gets caught in the crosshair too, but she ends up surviving in the hospital. My daughter, my husband. I'm so sorry. No! And it's so sad. And so then, the detectives and police manage to capture these criminals eventually, and she's a witness, and she's like, "That's them," then line up. But here's the problem, though, because they belong to a cartel, it's really hard to bring down a cartel, as we all know. And so the lawyers on the other side are saying, "Hey, we'll give you a nice cash payout if you keep silent." Keep silent? You think my daughter and my husband are worth any kind of money? Yo! Ooh. And also we find out that the judge is covered by the cartels on their payroll. And so he says, "There's sufficient evidence. I'm sorry, but I have to drop this case." Nah! And she's so angry she lashes out and tries to attack the killers in court. And she ends up getting tasered and taken off to a medical institution to be evaluated. But then she escapes the van on her way there and disappears. And 5 years go by, and then the police and detectives discover 3 bodies hanging from the Ferris wheel at that carnival. And it doesn't take long for us to find out that Raleigh North is back. And in that time that she was gone, she trained herself to be a mercenary, to fight martial arts and gun control, how to control guns and ammo and all sorts of weapons. So she's like a female Rambo now. And so she spends the rest of the movie exposing that judge and those corrupt lawyers, and also tracking down that cartel and just taking them out one by one, female Rambo style. Now, it's important to note that I mentioned the director earlier, that the director had also directed Taken with Liam Neeson. And I bring that up because this movie wants so hard to be a female version of Taken, but I feel like it's a vastly inferior film, and here's why. What was great about the original Taken was it was about a father trying to save his daughter at all costs, and he does a lot of crazy bloody action scenes, and Liam Neeson does such a great job in the role. And that's actually the highlight of this movie Peppermint, is Jennifer Garner. I mean, she is the standout. Like, her acting is so good in this movie, and unfortunately, it's also one of the only good parts of the movie. The thing that helps get you through the whole movie is her acting, because the rest is just so substandard. I feel like this movie was ultra violent, Like to the point where did it really need this much bloody violence? I mean, if you're squeamish about violence, you probably shouldn't see this one because there's a lot of shooting and a lot of guts and blood. And also, another problem I have with this film was it's very hammy at times. Like she wants to be this ultra savior now, and there at one point she's on a bus and there's a boy and he has an alcoholic father who's neglectful of him, and so she tracks down that alcoholic father who's trying to get alcohol at the liquor store, and she pins him down, puts a gun to his head. You're gonna spend more time with that boy. You're gonna get him a lot of presents for Christmas coming up, and you're gonna get clean again. He's like, okay, don't shoot me. It's like that's kind of a simplistic way of solving that problem. Wouldn't it make more sense to get that boy out of that situation and take him to social services? I mean, get him to a foster family? I mean, that would seem a more obvious solution. Stupid movie. And also, it has a lot of mixed messages in that, it's like early on when the daughter's, in the beginning of the film, daughter's like, why'd you punch that horrible mother in the face? Honey, violence is going to solve anything. And then, later on, she's now killing and shooting everyone left and right. And it's like, okay, should we be violent? Should we not be violent? It's like, to get our way. I mean, I don't know. The movie is like really confusing. Doesn't know what to do with itself. I mean, it's overall a nice revenge story about a mother avenging her husband and daughter, but it's no Taken. Let's just put it that way. Overall, I would give this one a C-. And the only reason why I don't go lower than that is Jennifer Garner. I mean, she does such a good job in the role, and I feel like, she could, with a better movie, this could have actually been a good female Taken, or even better than Taken. But unfortunately, I mean, if they do make any more sequels, I mean, it hinted at the end that, there's going to be more. I just hope that they get a better writer, or at least the director, tries to do what he did with Taken, make a better movie overall, that's all. Would I recommend you all go see this one? No. See it for free if you want to, but don't pay money for this in theaters. I mean, if you do, you probably want to get your revenge on me for, recommending it. I don't want that. I like my life. Moving on. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the power of Christ compels you, recap! Recap. The Nun, C+, a conventional derivative horror film with great acting, but too reliant on jump scares. I can recommend this one. And finally, Peppermint, C-. Despite a great lead performance by Jennifer Garner, overall, the film is just too violent, too campy, and too many mixed messages. I can't recommend this one at all. Overall, not a great weekend to go to the movies, ladies and germs. Sorry to disappoint you on my birthday. Speaking of my birthday, I got a plane to catch. And that'll do it for a holy edition of Jeffrey Michael's Movie Reviews Extravaganza. Until next time, happy movie watching, everybody! And with that, I'm off to LA. See you all real soon.